is a presentation of WGN Sports.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iComfort Hybrid or Serta Perfect Sleeper Beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattress from Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand source headquarters.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Billion Auto.
If it's not a Tempur-Pedic, it's a compromise. When I was a Navy SEAL, I put in a special request to get one, and I realized the Tempur-Pedic was exponentially better than anything else. It gave me a huge performance advantage. It still does. Tempur-Pedic. This sleep is power.
Only Mattress Firm guarantees you'll sleep happy on your new Tempur-Pedic mattress or your money back. Plus, get 0% APR financing. Mattress Firm. Sleep happy.
Practice and prepare for severe weather. Your shelter place picked out at home and at work. Keep flashlights and cell phone batteries fully charged. When the lights go out, your cell phone comes in handy.
Be safe with Storm Track 8 and Kohler Electric.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one Special Edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Make a strong decision. Find your tag and get 16% below MSRP on select Silverado 1500 pickups in stock. That's over $7,900 on this Chevy Silverado. Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
Great futures start at the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Mississippi Valley.
Ballpark in downtown Cincinnati, we are set for Chicago Cubs baseball. On WGN Sports, the Cubs open up a 9-game, 3-city trip against their division rivals. Great to have you with us for Cubs baseball tonight. Jim DeShays and Len Casper. The Reds off to a surprisingly good start. They're in first place, a half a game up on the Cubs. Last year, the Cubs absolutely dominated Reds pitching.
Put up some very big numbers all year long, especially in this ballpark. Kings against the Queen City. It's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters against the Washington Nationals. The Cubs dominating the series last year, winning 15 of the 19 ball games, 7.5 runs per game, 42 long balls, more than any other team hit against any single opponent last season.
And there are 3 Cubs in particular who've been great in this ballpark. Kyle Schwarber grew up not far from here. Chris Bryant, a quarter of his homers and his RBIs were against the Reds last year.
10 out of 39 home runs, 25 driven in against the Cincinnati Ball Club. Had that huge game here, the 3-homer, 2-double game. Anthony Rizzo also putting up big numbers against Cincinnati.
Cubs have won their last 2 in a row. The Reds are getting surprisingly good pitching, especially considering all the injuries they have sustained in their rotation. And we'll talk about tonight's starters.
We're celebrating our 2-year anniversary with huge savings at QS Country in Sterling. The 2017 Ford Focus, now $14,436. Or the 2017 Ford Fusion from $18,323. Or the 2017 F-150, America's best-selling truck, from $25,021. Take advantage of one of our leftover 2016 models. Get 3 years worth of maintenance, free of charge. Stop and see us at 2811 Locust Street or visit us online at qscountryfordsterling.com.
Jurassic Quest Out of Extinction, the largest and most realistic dinosaur event in North America. Experience the sights and sounds of living, breathing, even walking dinosaurs. 80 life-size dinosaurs and counting. It's educational, fun, and hands-on. Uncover huge fossils like a real paleontologist. Ride the 18-foot animatronic T-Rex in towering dinosaur inflatable mazes. Jurassic Quest Out of Extinction. QCCA Expo Center in Rock Island. This Friday through Sunday only. For guaranteed admission, get your tickets now at JurassicQuest.com.
World Champion Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, pursuing the American dream since 1876. This Bud's for you. Honda, great deals are waiting for you now at your local Honda dealer. State Farm, here to help life go right. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Wendy's, where the quarter-pound double stack is now an option in the 4 for $4 at participating locations for a limited time. Meijer, true Chicago fans, your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer. And by Southwest Airlines, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. World Series champion Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience sports. Let's get into our starting pitchers for tonight. John Lester moved up 1 day. 3 starts in, JD. No wins, but an ERA of 1.
Yeah, he's pitched brilliantly, and we turn the clock back a little bit further. We take a look at his last 12 regular season starts. A sparkling ERA of 1.25, and note at the bottom, 0 or 1 run allowed in 11 of his last 12 starts.
And Tim Adelman jumps into their rotation. They have 4 starting pitchers currently on the disabled list.
Yeah, Adelman last year made 13 starts for the Reds. Cubs saw him on a couple of occasions. For the year, he was 4-4 with an ERA of 4. Fly ball pitcher, the home run ball hurt him last year. He allowed 13 long ones in just 69 2/3 innings of work.
Let's get into tonight's Cubs Live. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Kyle Schwarber will have family and friends in attendance this weekend. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, 2 and 3. Addison Russell in the cleanup spot. Jason Hayward had a nice year against the Reds last season. Contreras had a big day behind the plate with Lester his last time out. Baez at second, John Batts 8th, and Albert Almora Jr. off to a sizzling start, hits 9th.
Reds defensively, and boy, they've been really good so far. They've only committed 4 errors to this point in the season. The speedster Billy Hamilton is in center. He's flanked by Duvall and Schebler. Infield of Suarez, Cozart, Peraza, and Votto. So it's a different look with Brandon Phillips having been moved along. Tucker Barnhart will do the catching tonight. And Adelman, as we mentioned, on the mound. He's 29 years old. Last year was his first taste of the big leagues. Recently recalled, he's made 1 appearance out of the bullpen. This is his first start this year. Fastball, curveball, changeup, probably a little bit below average in terms of velocity. He's got a little funky hitch in his delivery that could upset the timing of the hitters.
Jeff Nelson is the crew chief. He's back at the plate. Laz Diaz at first, Doug Eddings at second, and Corey Blazer is over at third. On the coolish side tonight, a very small chance of rain. Tomorrow, a much different story. It'll be a lot cooler and much more of a chance for rain for a 1 o'clock start local time. So Adelman's ready to go as Kyle Schwarber steps in. Swing and a miss. We're underway. Schwarber has led off the game, reaching base 7 out of 14 times so far.
Got him.
Yep, clipped him. You could hear that pitch just get a piece of him. So on yet again to start a ball game.
His on-base percentage for the year is .368. As a leadoff man, it's .379, and that's tops in the National League. Second best in Major League Baseball, just in Kinsler.
Just got the front of his jersey, and it'll bring up Chris Bryant. 61 degrees as we get started. Wind is not a factor. And a strike called on Bryant. June 27th of last year. Had a day that may never be repeated. 5 for 5, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs, 4 runs scored in this very ballpark. And a bouncer to Cozart, and they will not turn it as Bryant beats out the relay throw from Peraza.
Point we make time and time again. Bryant's athleticism allows him to do things most major league sluggers don't do, like turn that would be into a double play into a fielder's choice.
Here comes Anthony Rizzo following a big homestand during which he got on base at a 5-12 clip. They've got Suarez way off the third base bag, but he's moved in case Rizzo wants to bunt, and Peraza wants a new glove. He wants the double play glove, I guess, after being unable to turn it. Swing and a miss.
Maybe this one's an inch longer. He's improving his range in case Rizzo hits one in the hole.
Lots of injuries in the Reds rotation. Recovering from elbow surgery, Anthony DeSclafani probably would have been their opening day starter. He's got an elbow issue. Rookie Davis, forearm. Brandon Finnegan, shoulder. But they've pitched really well. In fact, their last 2 games, first time they've had back-to-back quality starts, but their offense went cold and they lost both games to the Baltimore Orioles. Easy play for Billy Hamilton. And that'll be out number 2.
Yeah, they managed just 2 hits in each of those last 2 games in their series against Baltimore. So after a 7-2 start, Reds have gone south a little bit, dropping 5 of their last 7. They've leaned heavily, and this is the irony, I guess, they've leaned heavily on their bullpen. Their bullpen has pitched more innings than any other in the league, and their bullpen was just dismal last year, but they've performed very well to this point of this season.
Russell with the game-ending 3-run homer to beat Milwaukee on Wednesday. First career walk-off home run. And there was 0 doubt that it was going to go. And takes a strike.
That was unfortunate there. Adelman doing a good job holding the ball a good long while. Russell asked for time. Jeff Nelson, the home plate umpire, would not grant it. He's kind of left standing there as that first pitch fastball found the zone.
We have told Adelman's story before. Low round draft pick out of Georgetown by the Orioles in 2010. He got released in March of 2012 and pitched in independent ball before signing a minor league deal with the Reds in October of 2013. The Lincoln Salt Dogs. The El Paso Diablos, the New Jersey Jackals, just a few of the teams he pitched for. And then the Florence Freedom, a team not too far from here, passed him over. I guess he's had the last laugh, so to speak.
Yeah, I would imagine he calls up the general manager or whoever was making those decisions for the Florence Freedom back in the day and says, hey, I'm a big leaguer now.
Two and one on Russell. Just getting started. Make it 3-1 with Jason Hayward on deck. Reds leading the division at 9-7. The Cubs right on their heels at 8-7. Milwaukee 9-8. Ball four. So without a hit, the Cubs with 2 on here in the first.
Jason hitting the ball a lot harder this year so far than he did last year. It's not showing up yet in terms of the slugging numbers, the extra base hits. He has just the one extra base hit, a triple. But boy, if he continues to hit the ball this hard, you would think sooner or later, if he's not hitting it over the wall, at least we should see more doubles out of him. He's hit into some tough luck.
And he's behind in the count, 0-2. Adelman's got a unique delivery, almost like a stutter step leg kick. Bounced toward first, but it's foul. Penmanship, right? If you can read your own writing, that's all I guess that matters if you're scoring a game or whatever. And you wouldn't teach a young pitcher to do what Adelman does, but it works for him.
Yeah, and sometimes when you see a guy who's doing something a little funky, it's for that very reason, just to create a little different look. You know, his stuff is just kind of just so-so. He doesn't light up the radar gun.
Is inside on a fastball.
Yeah, it seems to me like his delivery last year was a little more funky than this. He got the little hip turn to keep his weight back.
Good take on the changeup. Barnhart will head to the mound.
After a series of pitches with a man on second base, Barnhart perhaps wants to change the indicator, or maybe even just went out there with a verbal command as to what the pitch is going to be. You see that a lot with catchers with a man on second base.
That sets up a 2-2, and he got him. It looked like an elevated changeup. Reds coming up against John Lester when we come back.
Hey, Illinois driver.
drivers, I need your help to make our roads as safe as possible. For starters, cars and trucks, please be extra careful when driving next to each other. Whoa! Also, if your phone isn't hands-free, it's illegal to use when driving in Illinois.
So drop it and drive.
And remember, when you see orange signs, look for the unexpected. Something ahead could result in a crash. See orange. Slow down. Save lives. Together, we can make zero fatalities a reality. Always drive safely and embrace the orange.
For 4 hits and 1 run in their last 2 games, both losses against the Orioles. Hamilton leads it off. Peraza, Joey Votto hitting third. Duvall in left, the all-star last year. Suarez at third. It is Zach Cozart, the veteran shortstop. Scott Schebler off to a slow start is in right. Switch hitting Tucker Barnhart filling in for the injured Devin Mesoraco. Adelman will hit ninth.
Cubs defensively this evening set up thusly. Kyle Schwarber plays left. Albert Almora Jr. gets a start in center. Jason Hayward in right. Bryant Russell Baez Rizzo on the infield. Wilson Contreras will do the catching. And our Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs starting pitcher is John Lester. Big fellow looking for his first W, but he's pitched brilliantly. 18 innings, an ERA of 1. He's punched out 17, walked 5. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all. Red saw a lot of him last year. He made 5 starts against this team. The Cubs were 4-1 in those ball games.
Hamilton takes a pitch low. There's a little irony in this matchup. Hamilton against Lester. 1-1. This is the irony.
Yeah.
John's trying to keep him off of first base, right? Well, he's 6 for 10 against Lester, but he's got a double and 2 home runs. Because you know if he reaches first, he's going to try to run. And he's been getting more than just first. He leads all of baseball since his major league debut in September 13 in stolen bases. And he drives that one the other way, but it's going to be caught by Hayward.
Maybe some lights, creating a little bit of an issue there for Hayward. Looked a little awkward the way he caught that ball. Looked like he was fighting a bank of lights. Well, the Reds 9-7, best 16 game start since 06. We talked about the marked improvement in the bullpen. Joey Votto, always got to focus on him when you play Cincinnati. And Adam Duvall was an all-star last year with 33 home runs, tied for 6th in the NL.
Now Jose Peraza takes over as their everyday second baseman. Brandon Phillips is now an Atlanta Brave. Cornerman still in, and the pitch fouled off. Votto on deck. Lester grabs it, and he'll flip to Rizzo. 2 outs. Time to check out our State Farm winning combination. State Farm, here to help life go right. A lot of changes here. And the Reds under Dusty Baker had 3 playoff appearances. But the last few years, they had gotten older, and they started to trade guys away, bring in some more youth, and they, on opening day, had the youngest roster in Major League Baseball. Brian Price is the manager, former longtime Major League pitching coach.
And what they've had 6 players make their Major League debut already this year. Large percentage of their starts the last couple of seasons have come from rookie pitchers. So used to looking out there and seeing Votto and Phillips together on the right side of the infield. That's a bit of an adjustment now.
One is off the outside corner on Joey Votto. Already with 5 home runs. Low batting average, but we know he takes his walks, and he'll probably end up hitting 300. And I remember last year, after the dismal start, you had the over-under on his final batting average at 290. He hit 326.
Yeah, and at the time he was probably hitting 220 something.
Yeah. 5 times he's led the league in on-base percentage. He's the active leader at 423. 3-2.
For his career, he has walked just about as much as he has struck out.
Now, when he kind of manicures the dirt, takes practice swings, you just watching him, it feels like it has nothing to do with the actual dirt. It's his time to think. Really chokes up with 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Painted by Lester. And the Reds go in order in the first.
Well, I bring specialized care with hip, knee, and shoulder replacement surgery. But even more than that, I kind of do a lot of revision surgery, so joints that are previously done before. You know, people who are looking for answers. Why does my knee hurt? Why does my knee replacement or hip replacement hurt? I don't do everything in the body. I do a few certain things, and I want to do those things as good as can possibly be done. The full attention we pay to our specialization within the practice is, I think, what gives us the better experience and better results.
Goods is an escape. It's a very leisurely, relaxing day. You can look at furniture wherever you go in the store, and I believe you'll find it very laid back and relaxed and a lot of fun. It's a whole different experience at Goods than I think anywhere else. The wine cellar restaurant, the bed and breakfast, all the kids love the fish pond, so it's just an easy way to spend the day with your family and friends. I invite you to the furniture destination of the Midwest at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Whelan Presley Funeral Home.
It was 39 hours difference between when he left and when she left.
I certainly can't imagine going through one funeral, let alone both funerals at the same time for my parents.
Everybody down here made everything so easy for us.
I try to put myself in their position of what I would want, and I try to make sure that that's taken care of for them when they arrive so that they aren't having to ask us for something.
I couldn't believe the job they did. It was amazing. Just amazing.
Esterdahl, serving the community since 1891.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Billion Auto.
One taste is never enough.
Oh, man.
Follow Brewed on Facebook and get the latest craft beer news and some special looks behind the scenes.
Fans, if you want to manage the game along with Joe Madden, log on to WGNTV.com, click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner, connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while you watch from home. Game Zone is sponsored by Escape, pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Everything you need to have more fun at home this summer.
Very lightly raining.
Well, I have to make a correction in our open. I said that the Cubs dominated the Reds last year like the Harlem Globetrotters over the Washington Nationals. Of course, it was the Washington Generals.
Oh, you said Nationals?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that. Hi.
Yeah, so I didn't want to offend, any Generals fans or Nationals fans or.
In the air to right, toward that corner, Schebler over there, and it's going to land foul. Just foul as it slices to the right of that chalk line.
And Schebler was shallow, too. Well off the line and in. That would have been probably 3 bases for Contreras. But it's fouled by about a yard.
Like Lester Strode in the bullpen trying to coax it fair. So 3 here, then off to Pittsburgh. Off day in Boston next Thursday, and big weekend interleague series against the Red Sox. 9 games, 10 days. And the Cubs will play on 19 of the next 20 days through May 10th. 15 of these next 22 are on the road. Strike 3. That'll bring up Javier Baez playing second and batting 7th. 4-5 homestand, and the Cubs had to win the final 2 games to get to 4-5. I guess if they get behind early, don't fret. The Cubs already 3-0 when trailing by at least 3 runs going into the 6th inning. According to ESPN stats and info last year, the Cubs went 3-11 in that scenario. I don't think they'd like to make a habit out of it. Line shot, deep left over Duvall. Baez around first, trying to get to second, and he will throw just a little bit off the mark. That is the first hit of the double.
Who says you can't hit a 1-iron? That ball absolutely blistered. We'll have to get the exit velocity on this one. That is a linea. Tremendous bat speed by Baez. Remember coming up through the minor leagues, that was the reputation, how quick his bat was. This line drive carries all the way to the wall.
Not a bunting spot for the best bunter on the team. The runner already in scoring position with 1 out, and Lester takes a strike. 102 miles an hour off the bat of Baez, according to StatCast.
That's fast.
This has always been a real good hitter's park. Cubs might be able to fatten their home run totals a little bit. They only have 13 so far. That ranks 3rd to last in the National League. Would not expect them to finish in the bottom half by year's end.
No, I expect they'd be right there at or near the top in that department. Brewers have hit 19 in the last 7 days. Eric Thames hits one every game.
Baez caught between second and third, and he's out. Ball hit the dirt, he took off, and then Barnhart pounced on it.
Yeah, let's Barnhart able to knock that one down, keep it in front.
25-6 to get him. Called strike 3. Just like that, Cubs are done in the second.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Satins North Park Glass.
I like to get to know my dentist.
I think Dr. Nelson is awesome.
It's finally my turn for braces. With Invisalign, no one can tell.
I love my smile. Zoom whitening's amazing.
Smiling comes easy at Nelson Family Dentistry. You'll find professional family dentistry delivered with gentle, personalized attention. You deserve exceptional dental care. Nelson Family Dentistry.
Really?
Free peanuts and popcorn?
Really?
Really. What game do you want to watch? We got them all.
Really?
Really. Hungry? We got the best grill in town.
Really?
Really. Our burgers and tenderloins are amazing.
Really?
Really. T-shirt, sweatshirt?
Really?
Really.
Steve's Old Time Tap, sports, and really, really good food and drinks.
Really?
At Mattress Firm, we admit we have lots of sales, but this is an opportunity so big, even we're impressed. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save up to 70% off famous name brands and up to $2,000 off floor models from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and others. Everything must go to make room for the next generation of sleep products. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sleep and save like never before. Only at Mattress Firm.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Mountain Dew.
Looking for something different? Revell Jewelers offers a wide selection of exceptional one-of-a-kind diamond and colored stone jewelry at all price points. Visit Revell Jewelers, Duck Creek Plaza, Bettendorf.
Hey, Cub fans, don't forget to check out the Cubs blog at WGNTV.com, presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. Now we play through the soft rain. Reds bat in the second inning against John Lester. Back to the Baez play.
Yeah.
I think, and you've talked about this before, more often than not, you're going to make third. It's very rare to see a ball bounce like that and end up right at the feet of a catcher. And sometimes even if it does, the catcher can't. The base runner will get caught. Right?
Yeah, I got no problem with that play. I mean, you can really dissect it if you want. So you got the pitcher up there. He's already in scoring position. No need to be overly anxious in that situation. But the other part is you want a guy to get a good secondary and read that ball in the dirt. And if you can run a little bit, try to take advantage.
1-1 on Adam Duvall.
Yeah, if you start chastising players for a play like that, then you're going to create timid players, tentative players.
Two bouncer to the shortstop, Russell.
Come out and show your support of your world champion Chicago Cubs. Tickets are still available for games in May, especially for the weekday matchups with the Phillies, the Reds, and the Giants. Get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman. Off to a good start. One hit combined. That was a Baez double. This is the one-year anniversary of Jake Arrieta's second career no-hitter, and he was originally slated to start this game, but the Cubs decided with the off day to flip-flop Lester and Arrieta. So John will then get another start on this trip in Pittsburgh instead of Boston against his former team. That is just foul. have been nice, I'm sure, to have John face the Red Sox. It's more about the matchups and what's best for the team, and I'm sure he's a little disappointed, but has to understand that.
Yeah, I think with all the off days, it's allowed to Joe Madden and Chris Bosio to tweak the rotation and find favorable matchups. They like the lefties against Pittsburgh. They like Arrieta against Boston. I'm sure they've done some looking at their players and how they match up with his stuff. Also remembering the game he pitched there last time we were in Boston. I don't know how much that would play into it. I think it's more they like Lester against Pittsburgh.
Still seeking his first win, even though he's only allowed 2 runs in his first 3 starts.
He threw strike one 75% of the time in his last start against Pittsburgh.
3-2 is rolled out into left center. Schebler will collect it. Suarez with a 1-out hit.
Fresh off the presses of the Peter Chase, Jason Carr, Alex Wilcox media notes, John Lester has opened the 2017 campaign with 3 straight starts, having allowed 1 or no runs. He tonight aims to become the 6th Cub since 1913 to begin a season with 4 starts, allowing 1 or none. Joining Hippo Vaughn, Steve Stone, Greg Maddux, Rich Harden, and Jason Hamill.
Cozart takes a curve outside, and Suarez back to the bag against the very active Wilson Contreras, who nailed 3 base runners in Lester's last start. 2 caught stealing and a pickoff. He had a caught stealing and a pickoff in the same inning against the Pirates. First Cub catcher to do that since Jody Davis in 1986.
Yeah, base runner gets on, and Wilson, he's like a cat when you get the laser beam out. He's ready to pounce.
Ground ball pulled foul.
He's a little more concerned with the cotton candy than the baseball, I think.
Big lead by the base runner, and that pitch misses. Up and away. 2-2 on Cozart. Games will be played by season's end between the Cubs and Reds. 15-4 last year. Runner goes. A pop-up. Shallow right. If it's caught, it'll be a double play. Hayward the catch. The lob to Rizzo. Suarez almost at third base. And the inning is over. 0-0.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Glass Service Center.
So the Ford F-150 just blew the doors off the competition by adding the new, more powerful, next-generation 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine and an all-new 10-speed transmission, cranking out more power and acceleration, more efficiency at the pump, and the most torque of any half-ton pickup. This is the Ford F-150.
Now get a 2017 F-150 for just $249 a month, or get up to $9,052 in total savings, only at your local Ford store.
At Design Homes, we offer something for every building project and budget. Our projects range from custom homes with 9-foot ceilings, countertops, and hand-scraped hickory floors to our new basic and rustic series starting at $63,000. We build duplexes, townhouses, apartments, and even small mini homes. Our homes meet or exceed state building codes and include standard Pella windows, Kohler plumbing, and extreme insulation. Visit designhomes.com to discover the best value in the Midwest.
Storm Track 8's 3-degree guarantee, supported by Erickson Chevrolet.
Design Homes is a different kind of home builder. Because we build hundreds of custom homes each year and sell direct, we can offer the best value for your family. We build better, insulate more, and include major brands like Kohler and Pella. Bring us your custom plan today and lock in pricing for a year. If time is a concern, we have over 30 model homes for sale, some discounted over $20,000. Visit designhomes.com today to find out that your dreams are affordable.
Hey, Chicagoland viewers, it's time for the Subway third inning triple play promotion. Text Subway 3 to 97999 right now, and the 300th texter will win a $30 gift card to a Subway restaurant in the Chicagoland area. Subway restaurants footlong of the day.
Hey, and we'd like to extend our best wishes to young Jackson Leonard of Hobart, Indiana. He continues his treatments for leukemia. And Jackson, your teacher, tells us you're doing great. You're an awesome kid. He's got the rally monkey. Very nice.
It's Curious George, right?
I think so, yeah.
Where's the man with the yellow hat?
Outside on Albert Almora Jr. That missed the outside corner. Albert hit his first homer of the year on Wednesday.
I was watching Albert take some BP today, and he was hitting some bombs way up into the second deck.
Fly center, not deep. Hamilton in and under it.
Travel like a world champion with Cubs destinations. Packages include game tickets, hotel accommodations, ballpark tours, Cubs swag, and a private meet and greet with a current Cub player. Be part of our first trip of the season to Boston's Fenway Park. It's right around the corner, April 28th through the 30th. For more information, visit Cubs.com/destinations.
I think everybody's looking forward to that series. Schwarber hit by a pitch in the first. Outside corner, apparently, according to Jeff Nelson. Pitching matchups for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, weather permitting, Jake Arrieta and lefty Cody Reed. You gotta love Sunday's matchup, JD. John Lackey and Bronson Arroyo.
Couple old KG veterans. They will not waste any time.
No.
Arrieta with the no-hitter here a year ago today. See the numbers from his last start against Pittsburgh. Cody Reed has worked in relief so far. This will be his first start. That Arrieta no-hitter last year, excuse me, was the only no-hitter in Major League Baseball in 2016. Change-ups. He's got Kyle out on that front foot, but he's been able to at least foul the pitch off and stay alive.
Popped him up. Suarez, the third baseman, makes the grab. Two are down. It's Chris Bryant. Hamilton and Schebler. And it is Billy Hamilton to make the catch. Cubs go 1-2-3 for the first time.
Results basically involves making sure that you do the right thing for the patient and make sure that you communicate with them. And I think that's a very important component of the recovery and the results that we have, is that we need to make sure that the patients are aware of what they're going to have done and they participate in the recovery. And that's their part. Our part is to give them the best possible care and treat each individual patient like he was your own family member.
Thanks, Quad Cities, for making Sexton Ford your trusted dealership for all your vehicle needs. From sales to service, auto body to parts. Buy the best-selling truck 40 years running. A new 2016 F-150 XL for $25,749. Get a new 2017 Ford Fusion S for only $27,991. Get drastic used car discounts like a 2016 C-Max for $16,995 or a 2014 Focus for $10,995.
Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
Wow, today's the big day. I can't believe that it's finally here. From the first day we met, I knew I wanted to marry Lisa. She's amazing in every way. I had to find the ring that matched her, and I knew I would only find it at Necker's. The diamond and setting they helped me pick out is perfect. Now, all I have to do is pop the question. She said yes. She loves the ring, and it's all because I went to Necker's. Necker's Jewelers in Davenport and DeWitt. Give to the one you love.
News 8 at 11 and the Galesburg Chamber of Commerce are giving away coffee mugs to the first 50 viewers. Stop by the Carl Sandburg State Historic Site and have a coffee break with us from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Tuesday, April 25th. Watch WQAD MyTV 8-3 in HD over the air or on Mediacom Cable Channel 716.
Your Cubs Jeep upcoming schedule. See your Jeep dealer today and experience the freedom that comes with legendary capability. Day games. We're back on Channel 9 Monday night from beautiful PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Scott Schebler made the starting lineup tonight, even though the Cubs have a lefty on the mound. Schebler is 0 for his last 12. Well, I guess that's why. As he gave it a ride, Hayward makes the catch for the out. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Happy Friday, everybody. Cubs and Reds from the Queen City. Glenn and JD and our WGN crew. Scoreless tie. Third inning. Switch hitting Tucker Barnhart. Takes ball one. Devin Mesoraco starting the year on the returning from shoulder and hip surgery. Do not expect him to be activated before this series is over. Well, what a boost that would be if they not only got Mesoraco back, but if he were a semblance of the guy he was before he suffered all these injuries.
Yeah, he was really trending in the right direction when he popped 25 home runs. I think it was his last full healthy season.
It's a conversation that is ridiculously premature, but that hasn't stopped us before. If you're Dick Williams or if you're David Stearns running the Reds and the Brewers, you've pretty much stated you're in a rebuilding mode. You've got young players. 3-1 to Barnhart. On a bounce, Russell able to knock it down, but that's all he can do with it. See how they score it.
Probably a base hit if it's sharply hit. It's a play that Russell's usually going to make. Or maybe base hit. Well, normally Addison will make a play on that ball, but it does go as a knock.
Anthony Rizzo will get his other infielder's glove as Baez is going to hold the bag. So they'll technically switch positions. So if you're the general manager of the Brewers and or Reds, and we get into late June and you're still playing really well, do you change course in any way? That is low.
Well, I guess it depends on if you're playing well and where you are in the standings. You'd be playing well and still be 8 games out of first place, or 6 games out of a wild card spot, and then you have to have the discipline to make your own in-house projections. Are we playing over our skis a little bit here? Do we want to change the plan at risk of taking a step backwards?
It also may be self-evident. And Russell beats Barnhart to second base. Yeah, didn't have anybody there as Rizzo was charging. Baez was at first. Russell had to field the ground ball, so he couldn't just immediately go to second. Where was Jason Hayward? Could have turned a 6-9-4.
Well, that'll be Joe's next move. The next time he employs this alignment in the infield, he'll bring one of his outfielders in to make sure he has somebody to turn a double play. But this is a smart play by Adam, and a little butcher boy slug bunt, pull it back and take a whack, because if you bunt, you're just asking for trouble.
Mazda replay cam. I think ultimately the answer to the very hypothetical question is, if you're good enough to kind of get wherever they would be, you're probably going to ride it out with a younger club.
Right.
In the case of the Brewers, a lot of it depends on whether they move on and hang on to them, and maybe they hang on to them if they're still in it, right? So by doing nothing, you're doing something.
That could be the big mistake. If you hang on to Ryan Braun when there's a chance, if there's a deal to be made where you can really upgrade your organization with a couple of top-notch prospects. I guess the most important thing was, if you make that determination, do it because you think your club has a legitimate chance, not because your fan base or the talk radio guys are screaming, no, 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 you can't trade Braun.
I guess the Braun comp would be Joey Votto, but you don't really get any sort of impression that they're going to move him or that he'd want to be moved as Hamilton swats one into center. Sounds like Votto wants to kind of grow with this young club and become more of a mentor.
Yeah, and I also think that as a first baseman, they age better than middle infielders or outfielders, so you could see Votto even in later stages of his career still being a very productive player. Less injury risk for an everyday first baseman. So there's a chance that he could still be performing at a high level by the time the Reds feel like they're ready to contend.
He is signed through 2023. So if you're Votto, he's signed through basically his age 39 season. He's thinking, well, I want to be here when we get really good again. And some guys in his situation would be like, look, I'm too old for this. I don't want to have 2 or 3 years of struggling. And I think he looks at it the opposite way.
Right, and I also think that, the individual nature of baseball, and this to cast aspersions on anybody, I think there are plenty of guys that once they get into a comfortable situation, yeah, they would prefer they were on a winner, but it's really important to have some continuity in your life and know your surroundings. And I get it. I mean, if I go out, I would love to, if I'm trying to put myself in Joey Votto's shoes, yes, I'd love to play on a winner, but do I want to go be a mercenary and play somewhere else, or play somewhere where I'm comfortable, where I can still put up huge numbers and be a part of, whatever goes on?
Well, he will likely be a Hall of Famer, and will go down as one of the best Cincinnati Reds to ever wear this uniform. And yeah, it's rare these days a guy spends 19, 20 years with one team.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that. You know, the Gwynn, Ripken, Biggio model, you know.
I have not read or heard any comments from Votto about his hometown in Toronto. That might be the one place, right? If the Blue Jays ever showed serious interest, if he would maybe want to finish his career in Canada.
Yeah, that's a thought that crossed my mind too. Would he want to go home? Maybe he'd want to go over home and sit on the veranda, drive his Mazda, have a little pasta. I can say that because I'm part Canadian. So before you Canadian tweeters get after me.
I have to say sorry. 3-2 runners will be on the move. There they go. The pitch, ground ball, backhanded Russell. He knocks it down. Everybody's safe, but he might have saved a run. So that's an infield hit for Peraza.
All three hits in the inning really sharply hit. The two ground balls in Russell's direction. The line drive to center by Billy Hamilton. The Reds getting some pretty good whacks at John here. Good bit of hitting there by Peraza. Just a little subtle weight shift. Real quiet with the lower body. Throws the barrel at the ball.
Now this is a fun matchup, and Lester won the first matchup with a perfect pitch that Votto took for a called strike 3, but you could really say two guys never ever give in, and even with the bases loaded. I think that's the case for John. The inside corner.
Yeah, these are two guys that really grind. They're really invested mentally in each and every pitch.
Outside. Big moment early on in this game for John Lester. Bases loaded, 2 outs against their best hitter. Looking for something else. He was pretty late.
Yeah, he was. Part of the Votto narrative. Once a game, at least, he'll take a real weird habit. He's sitting on something, or his mind's, you know, kind of playing a hunch. Usually doesn't happen twice in that bat, though.
Two.
Tried to go back to that outside corner where they rang him up last time, just well off the plate, and you're not likely to get Votto to chase the ball that far off the plate. Average major league hitter strikes out in about 20% of their plate appearances. Votto is half of that. Hitter on deck, and Adam Duvall will not influence John Lester a bit in this confrontation. Duvall cannot protect Votto.
2-2. Fly ball. Almora should have an easy play. He does, and they leave him loaded. After 3, Cubs nothing. Reds the same.
Every morning I wake up, I cannot wait to come into work.
I know I did. I know I made the right choice coming to work at Hope Creek. the first couple of times I come in, she goes, you know, they know my name already, and I haven't been here long.
It is active. It is busy. There's something going on every day.
I think it's all okay.
I became a person again instead of just a caregiver.
The staff was incredible. They were incredible to our mother, and they were incredible to the family.
Really? Free peanuts and popcorn?
Really?
Really. What game do you want to watch? We got them all.
Really?
Really. Hungry? We got the best grill in town.
Really?
Really. Our burgers and tenderloins are amazing.
Really?
Really. T-shirt, sweatshirt?
Really?
Really.
Steve's Old Time Tap. Sports. And really, really good food and drinks.
Really?
At Mattress Firm, we admit we have lots of sales, but this is an opportunity so big, even we're impressed. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save up to 70% off famous name brands and up to $2,000 off floor models from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and others. Everything must go to make room for the next generation of sleep products. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sleep and save like never before. Only at Mattress Firm.
When a tornado is approaching your home, move your family to the basement or small interior room. Put as many walls between you and the tornado. The bathtub is a good bet, but avoid windows.
Be safe with Storm Track 8 and Kohler Electric. You are watching MyTV 8-3.
The fourth inning is brought to you by Wendy's, where the quarter-pound double stack is an option in the 4 for $4 at participating Wendy's for a limited time. Looks like the head groundskeeper has got his iPad out showing Jeff Nelson what the radar looks like. Or they're ordering off the Wendy's.
Okay, you want a double with cheese, maybe a nice Frosty with that.
Pretty quiet start for the Cubs bats against Tim Adelman, Rizzo, Russell, Hayward.
Middle of the order will take a whack at him here for the second time. See if they can have success. He's been good tonight, though. I mean, he's moved the fastball up and down in the zone. He's had real good action on the changeup. Mixes in the occasional curveball. Easy guy to root for. 29 years old. He was a rookie last year. As you mentioned, the travels, the travails, late round pick. Banished, so to speak, to independent ball. Not too many guys playing the big leagues out of Georgetown. Certainly not in the modern era. You don't hear of that.
Grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina. 6'5", 225.
Briz took that changeup like he knew it was coming. With the scouting reports, the homework pays off. You know a pitcher's tendencies.
Two and two.
And that's why it's more important than ever for pitchers not to be predictable. When you fall into a pattern where you use your changeup, say, 80% of the time, it even counts. Guys are going to sniff that out.
High fastball at 89. Giga-time high-speed moment powered by Xfinity. Off Neftali Feliz to win it Wednesday. Giga-time high-speed replay is powered by Xfinity, the future of awesome. Cubs got cleaned up, put on their suits, and headed down to Navy Pier for a very successful Bricks and Ivy ball. A lot of money raised for charity. 900 guests, raising $2.24 million, which is a Bricks and Ivy record. World Series trophy was there, brought in by the World Series MVP Ben Zobrist. And how about that? Matt Caesar painted that. He's really good. That's Rizzo and Bryant ready to embrace after winning the World Series. They auctioned off that painting for $35,000.
Yeah, there were some very generous folks there that night.
Great shots by Cubs photographer Steve Green. We appreciate those. As Russell swings at a pitch in the dirt. 5 strikeouts for Adelman so far.
You know, one of the auction items, I don't recall which, went for over $100,000.
Is that a round of golf with you?
Maybe it was the one with Rhino.
There was a collection of autographed baseballs.
That might have been the 500 home run.
500 home run club, including the late Babe Ruth, Ernie Banks, Malott, Jason Hayward. Speaking of home runs, goes yard. First homer of the season, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
Well, when we're talking about his improved work here in the early going, hitting the ball much harder this year on a consistent basis. Again, it's a small sample early in the year, but positive signs, and that ball was absolutely torched. That's what you love to see. 2 outs, nobody on. Somebody going up there and taking a big swing. Deep bomb.
So 1-0. Here's Contreras. Ran into Jason before the game as Contreras fouls away.
Let's take a look at the Southwest Airlines. How far did it fly? The distance of that home run, 434 majestic feet. Go to WGNTV.com/contest for a chance to win round trip travel for 2 on Southwest Airlines.
He and Anthony Rizzo and strength coach Tim Buss worked out this morning, and ran into him at breakfast. Ball strike 3. You know, they say if you had just had an extra biscuit for breakfast, he had pancakes today. So he's going to have pancakes tomorrow, I have a feeling. Jason Hayward makes it 1-0 Cubs.
Convenient. Unique. Greatest grains. Natural and organic products. Fresh foods. Body care, vitamins, and supplements. Healthy and delicious living made easy. Greatest Grains. We are health-minded with your health in mind. A family tradition since 1979. Greatest Grains. Located on Harrison in the Hilltop Campus Village, Davenport.
Chevy is the most awarded car company 3 years in a row. Really? Let's see how quickly you can read through all their awards.
2017 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
Kelley Blue Book 2016 Best Resale Value. 2016 JD Power Highest Quality Ranking. 10 Best blah blah blah. 2015.
Only about 90 more to go.
That's a lot of awards.
Find your tag and get 16% below MSRP on select Equinox vehicles in stock. That's over $4,700 on this Chevy Equinox.
Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
Wow, today's the big day. I can't believe that it's finally here. From the first day we met, I knew I wanted to marry Lisa. She's amazing in every way. I had to find the ring that matched her beauty, and I knew I would only find it at Necker's. The diamond and setting they helped me pick out is perfect. Now, all I have to do is pop the question. She said yes. She loves the ring, and it's all because I went to Necker's. Necker's Jewelers in Davenport and DeWitt. Give to the one you love.
One person can make a difference in our community. That's why WQAD News 8 and Genesis are proud to be part of the Jefferson Awards for Public Service. If you know someone determined to make a positive impact, nominate them at WQAD.com. The Jefferson Awards on WQAD News 8 are proudly sponsored by Genesis.
Hey, Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. John Lester has his lead. It's 1-0 on a Jason Hayward home run. Reds left the bases loaded in the previous inning. On the way to Duvall. Now 2-0. Bryant. One away.
The MLB.com ballpark app is your free, secure, and convenient way to instantly access Cubs tickets via your mobile device. Download the app at the App Store or Google Play and begin using Ballpark today. For more information, visit Cubs.com/ballpark app.
Still very lightly raining. Nothing that has impeded the progress of this game. Bottom of the fourth, one out. Suarez singled in the second and then took off on a Zach Cozart pitch that he flied out in right and ended up being a double play. Fan cam segment coming up a little later on. Hashtag Bud Fridays on Twitter. You can send us your Cubs selfies and we may include them in our fan cam segment. The wind and the 1-2 fouled out of play. A lot of foul balls here early. His hands just a bit high.
Somebody might have been barking from the Cubs dugout. Jeff Nelson with an explanation. Suarez's first big league hit was a home run off John Lester back in June of 2014.
He was a Tiger, right? When that happened?
Reds with 4 hits tonight, matching their total from the previous 2 games combined. Batting just 197 on the homestand coming into this ball game tonight. Their last road trip, they went only won 5 out of 6 in Pittsburgh and St. Louis, and came back home here and have struggled a bit.
4-6 at home, 5-1 on the road as Suarez splits the gap. And he's 2 for 2. So on the 8th pitch, Suarez with an extra base hit.
Yeah, that's a heck of an AB there. Worked awfully hard, fought off some tough pitches, and then took that low fastball and drove it into the alley in right center. Outstanding work by Suarez.
Now the shortstop Cozart. Final year of his contract. I should say it's a 1-year deal, but he's due to be a free agent after the year. Whole career has been as a Red. And the pitch.
Batted .252 last year, 16 home runs. It's a fairly typical year for him. Usually bangs out a good number of doubles. Plays a solid short.
Breaks his bat as he floats one down the left field line. It's a fair ball, and that will tie the game as Cozart doubles in Suarez. 1-1.
Back-to-back doubles for the Reds to get them on the board. The first one really well struck. The second one really well placed. Cozart breaks his bat, but lifts this lazy fly right down the left field line.
Cozart drives in Suarez. Now it's Schebler. Hit the ball hard his first time up as he flied to right, and he couldn't hold it that time. To Lester. Underhand to Rizzo. Runner at third. 2 outs.
Second comebacker John has handled tonight. We're waiting for the first ball wedged in the mitt.
Yeah,
this is good for one of you.
Intentionally walked. And they'll go after the pitcher, Adelman.
See if Brian Price is inclined to try to steal a run here with a funky play with first and third and Lester on the mound.
Fastball right down the middle. Adelman gets a hold of one. Schwarber racing after it. He's not going to get there. It hits the wall. 1 run in. Barnhart tries to score, and he will. Tim Adelman with a 2-run double.
funky play on when he got a pitcher that can handle the bat. I didn't know Adelman had that in him.
5th career hit. 3rd career double.
And 3rd double of the inning for the Reds. He surprises everyone by driving that one over the outfielder's heads all the way to the base of the wall. Pretty big part of the ballpark, too. So John able to pitch out of the jam last inning. Gets Votto to leave the bases loaded. And the bottom of the order inflicting damage here in the 4th.
So the first time this year he's allowed more than 1 run. He gave up 2 total in his first 3 starts.
And just the 2nd time in his last 13, going back to last year, that he's allowed more than 1. He's got to deal with Hamilton, a guy who's had a fair bit of success against him, including a knock tonight.
Has been basically the same hitter, right-handed or left-handed. In his career, the pitch. Chased a bad one, and Lester finally gets out of the inning, but not happy with himself. 3-1 Reds.
Hey, I'm the Crawford guy, turning your plumbing problems into solutions. Whether you have a leak, need equipment replacement or service, or want help planning an entire bathroom remodel, make Crawford your first choice.
Crawford Company. Plumbing, heating, and air conditioning.
Really? Free peanuts and popcorn?
Really?
Really. What game do you want to watch? We got them all.
Really?
Really. Hungry? We got the best grill in town.
Really?
Really. Our burgers and tenderloins are amazing.
Really?
Really. T-shirt, sweatshirt?
Really?
Really.
Steve's Old Time Tap. Sports and really, really good food and drinks.
Really?
News 8 at 11 and the Galesburg Chamber of Commerce are giving away coffee mugs to the first 50 viewers. Stop by the Carl Sandburg State Historic Site and have a coffee break with us from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Tuesday, April 25th. You are watching MyTV 8-3.
Hey, it's the Crawford guy again, turning your plumbing problems into solutions. We'll have your pipes and drains working so well, you'll forget you have pipes and drains. I mean, isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Crawford Company. Plumbing, heating, and air conditioning.
Pay it forward.
Thank you so much.
Shining a spotlight on hardworking people determined to make a difference in our community.
When neighbors help neighbors, you know, it's a great gesture.
And helping them continue with their extraordinary work.
Every penny is really appreciated.
Yeah.
Every cent of it. Wow, we're very, very thankful.
Help us keep the Pay It Forward movement going. If you know someone who gives everything of themselves, we want to give you $300 to give to them. Pay It Forward, brought to you by Essentra Credit Union and WQAD News 8.
Hey, you know what? It's time for the Ryan Kelly home field facts. And here's a home field fact about the Cincinnati Reds. Last year, they allowed a franchise record 258 home runs, combined 102,916 feet, 19.5 miles worth of long balls allowed. Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com. And the Reds bullpen allowed a Major League record 103, was it? Is that the number?
The Reds bullpen allowed 103. The previous record by a bullpen was 92 home runs allowed by the 1964 Kansas City Athletics. They also walked more more batters than any bullpen in baseball. 297.
Yeah, well,
that's a
sure.
terrible combination.
Well, you give up all those home runs, you get a little traumatized. Don't want to throw it over anymore.
Cubs would love to get into the bullpen. Adelman's been good through 4 and has a 3-1 lead. He's been just as good at the plate, knocking in 2. 7, 8, 9. Baez, Lester, Almora.
Rocket double off the bat of Baez last time. That was with 1 out in the second. And then he was hung up between second and third when he tried to advance at a ball in the dirt that settled right below Tucker Barnhart, and he was able to initiate the rundown.
News of the day, Madison Bumgarner has been put on the disabled list for the first time in his career after suffering an off-day dirt bike accident in Denver. The Giants are in Colorado. He's got bruised ribs, a sprained left shoulder joint.
Yeah, so he's going to be out for weeks, it sounds like.
Baez cranks one out in the center, and it's going to go. Cubs with 2 home runs tonight. It's a 1-run ball game. That's his first of the year.
Well, maybe it'll be he and Hayward's turn to inflict all the home run damage in this ballpark. One night he's off to double home run. And boy, yeah, trying to go outside part of the plate. The 2-seam fastball runs middle end.
So the Cubs, who last year hit 42 home runs against the Reds in 19 games, most in a single season against an opponent, most ever by a Reds opponent. And they're on a pace to hit about 38 against them this year. As Lester grounds out 3-1.
Hey, let's take a look at the Southwest Airlines. How far did it fly? The distance of that home run, 424 feet. Go to WGNTV.com/contest for a chance to win round trip travel for 2 on Southwest Airlines. Just got under one his first time up. Yeah, so the Bumgarner dirt bike, they're probably having flashbacks of Jeff Kent so many years ago.
Do we really know, though, what happened with Jeff Kent?
Yeah, he claimed he was washing his truck, but eyewitnesses say he was doing wheelies on his motorcycle.
Raining a little bit harder now. Bruce Bochy did rejoin the Giants after missing their 2-game series in Kansas City following a heart procedure.
Yeah, running strongly enough now. Folks are pulling on the ponchos. Visit the Cubs Authentics auction page every week for your chance to own one-of-a-kind Cubs items. This week's auction includes the gold uniforms worn on opening night and the ring ceremony game. Go to Cubs.com/authentics before Sunday at 8 to place your bid.
Who do we think that jersey belongs to in the middle? Somebody with a head-first dive, it looked like. Almora strikes out. Let's see, it's not Baez. It's not Almora. We'll have to find out. Now, if you bought a jersey, would you want one that's
sullied?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. On game-used dirt. You can always wash it.
Schwarber in the air to left field. Adam Duvall. And the Cubs finished in the fifth, but a leadoff blast by Javier Baez. He's 2 for 2, double, and this home run. And they're within a run.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Mountain Dew.
At Mattress Firm, we have lots of sales, but this is an opportunity so big, even we're impressed. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save up to 70% off famous name brands and up to $2,000 off floor models from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and others. Everything must go to make room for the next generation of sleep products. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sleep and save like never before. Only at Mattress Firm.
Create your comfiest home with timeless hardwood floors, plush carpet, and elegant tile from Mike's Floor Pro. Mike's Floor Pro, creating comfy homes for 22 years.
Like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, Rivo is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, Rivo not only handles your home-related issues, Rivo will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because Rivo won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
When your life, your home is threatened by severe weather,
and that's why we're getting those warnings out as early as we can.
you know exactly what's happening. Storm Track 8. We track storms.
Relive the magic of last year's historic run through the official 2016 championship season. Fly the W book, featuring personal essays by Tom Ricketts, Theo Epstein, and others, as well as never before seen photos. Cubs.com/flythewbook for more information. 3-2 Cincinnati, fifth inning. Bottom of the order doing damage in the fourth. Peraza tried to bunt, and it's foul. Mentioned the Red Sox coming up later on this road trip. They have activated Jackie Bradley Jr. as Peraza strikes out. Number 3 for John. Utility man Brock Hunt put on the DL with vertigo. Bradley missed 12 games with a sprained right knee.
Has Mookie Betts struck out yet? He had this long 120-some at bat.
Peraza had the longest. Strikeoutless streak that was snapped last night. 53. Let's see, Betts. One and one.
Yeah, he has struck out 3 times this year now, but I know he had going back to last year, he had a long 129 his strikeoutless streak ended at. Fun to play with the numbers in the early going. Eric Thames is on pace to hit 76 home runs and score 191 times.
And on the hands, Betts is a really interesting guy. I mean, his career off to a great start. Playing right now for the Red Sox. 5'9", 180. When you think of right fielders, I think a guy's a lot bigger than Mookie Betts. 2 down.
Big John, the PFP's paying off. Third comebacker he's handled here tonight.
sure somebody has this. We could find it, right? If you looked at every position around baseball, the starting players have variations. What the average size would be, height and weight. Right? You'd think shortstop, second base would be probably the shortest. Maybe catcher.
Yeah.
Tallest, it's got to be first base, or I would say right field would be right there. Chris Bryant always has been called tall for his position at 6'5". Deep to right and gone, an opposite field shot for Duvall. His fifth.
For the Reds, fourth extra base hit. The beauty of being strong in a smallish ballpark, the ball carries really well. You don't have to get out in front of the pitch to hit it out of the ballpark.
If you're wondering, 6'1", 215. Every generation, it goes back to when you were a kid and you go, gosh, 6'1", 215. That was one of the bigger guys in the league back in the 60s or 70s. When does it end? Are we going to look back at this era and say, well, those guys were small? I can't imagine we would we?
To look back that far.
You never know. 4-2 Reds.
Good is an escape. It's a very leisurely, relaxing day. You can look at furniture wherever you go in the store, and I believe you'll find it very laid back and relaxed and a lot of fun. It's a whole different experience at Goods than I think anywhere else. The wine cellar restaurant, the bed and breakfast, all the kids love the fish pond, so it's just an easy way to spend the day with your family and friends. I invite you to visit the furniture destination of the Midwest at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iComfort Hybrid or Serta Perfect Sleeper Beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattress from Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand source headquarters.
Warmer weather is here, which means it's time to spring into savings at Key Auto Mall in Moline. It's the best time of year to jump into a new vehicle. During the spring clearance event, take $8,000 off these Ram pickups. For just $259 a month, drive this Jeep Cherokee or Grand Cherokee. Or save $5,000 off Dodge Grand Caravan or Chrysler Pacifica. Spring into savings today at Key Auto Mall in Moline.
We're the best of them all. Key Auto Mall.
News 8 at 11 and the Galesburg Chamber of Commerce are giving away coffee mugs to the first 50 viewers. Stop by the Carl Sandburg State Historic Site and have a coffee break with us from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Tuesday, April 25th. Get Quad City News anywhere, anytime. Download the free WQAD News app today.
The sixth inning is brought to you by Meyer, true Chicago fans. Reds have a 4-2 lead. Adam Duvall with a home run. Cubs have hit 2 tonight. Hayward and Baez. Chris Bryant, nothing for 2, takes a strike.
Angels hit a fly ball to fairly deep right center last time. And Adelman showing a willingness to attack. The challenge fastball right over the heart of the plate.
Chris Bryant has the most popular jersey currently in baseball, according to MLBshop.com. There are a lot of Cubs on the list for good reason. Young, exciting players, World Series champion. There's been a lot of stuff written about Mike Trout, who is not in the top 5, and there are people who are saying, you know, something's wrong with baseball in terms of the marketing if Mike Trout's jersey is not the #1 seller. I don't think it's that surprising at all. Number one, you're probably not going to buy more than one jersey of your favorite player, so there are a lot of fans who already have Mike Trout jerseys. They're not buying them now because he's been around for a while. And number two, JD, I just think in baseball more than any other sport, it's the team you follow and love the most. So those guys tend to have the most popular jerseys.
This team just won the World Series. I mean, you just walk around Chicago.
My analogy would be, let's say the Cubs are your favorite team and Mike Trout is your favorite player. You are not probably going to buy a Mike Trout jersey and go to Wrigley Field.
When's the last time the Angels were in the postseason?
Been a few years, I think, right? 3 or 4. I just think baseball is the most local sport. Your team matters so much. You fall in love with the players on your team.
Right, well,
and that's it.
Those jersey sales, that graphic we just had, that's being driven by the Chicago market. Huh?
Yes. Look, the second Hunter Pence is playing for another team, his jersey sales in San Francisco will be non-existent. That's just the way it is. Chris Bryant with a base hit. So I don't think that means fundamentally there's something wrong with the game because Mike Trout isn't selling jerseys. Just my opinion.
No, I share that opinion.
Cubs down 2. They've got the tying run at the plate, though, in Anthony Rizzo.
I guarantee if there was a Mike Trout Cub jersey, it would sell like hotcakes.
Yes, if he were a Cub, he'd be #1. Pretty sure of that. Let's check out our Lexus Run Predictor, brought to you by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer. Get a man on with nobody out and score roughly 38-39% of the time. That is in that inning, not in this particular at bat per se.
Cubs don't run much. Chris Bryant certainly capable. He's 3 out of 4 in stolen bases this year. Barnhart does a nice job controlling the running game, and it looks like Adelman's fairly quick to home plate. So Madden, I would imagine, at least early in this at-bat, would have had a stop for Chris. Down a couple runs, you don't want to take chances with Rizzo up there.
Reds have some action in their bullpen, and now
they're rotating.
Reds are going to rotate. Yeah, they're going to move Suarez over between first and second.
I don't know if that was influenced by the or they just were supposed to do it earlier and forgot.
Should have been a penalty. I thought only one guy could be in motion.
It's like the Canadian Football League.
Drew Storen up for the Reds.
That's Kozar back on the left side of the infield. Be able to make the pivot on a double play ball.
That was Contreras-like for Barnhart.
I got Anthony with an elevated fastball last time, and he'll chase that pitch from time to time.
Bottle over near the tarp. Retires Rizzo. So the Lexus run predictor updated after 1 out. They shave about 13-14% off the chances to score.
See Barnhart. He reminded me of Ryan Hannigan, and I don't know if just because he's a catcher in a red uniform. It's just
sure that's part of it.
Hannigan, you know, they're both pretty nimble back there.
By Adelman. The Cubs have won 18 of the last 22 against the Reds. And now homered in 13 straight in this ballpark.
Never has a group of 20-something men wanted to come to Cincinnati as much as this group.
That's a strike. 3-1.
Well, let's see if they start Brian here on 3-1. Fastball in the zone. You feel pretty comfortable that Russell's going to put it in play.
Bryant takes off. The pitch is low. It's ball 4.
Just a little late going into second base there, and a little bit tentative getting up.
Fourth drive of the game coming up. As Hayward steps in.
One lefty in the Reds bullpen, Wandy Peralta. He's been really good this year.
Ford inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. 434 feet. His longest homer in several years. At second, Russell at first. 1-0 pitch, ground ball. Nice play Peraza. He'll get Hayward. But now a single could tie it.
Yes, Contreras has struck out both times tonight, so a chance for a little redemption for Wilson.
The rain has stopped for the time being.
Price has to be thrilled with the effort he's getting from Adelman here tonight. Making his first start of the year against this Cubs talented lineup.
He's looking for what would be the Reds' third consecutive quality start.
Game, Contreras had a deep fly ball to right that just went foul. Scott Schebler not influenced in the least by that. He's very shallow and right. Hamilton always plays a shallow center field, but Schebler, and you typically play a little tighter for guys off field, but Contreras has got power. Schebler, I guess he just defending against a little flare in the shallow right as opposed to the ball over his head. I mean, as the pitch is being delivered, he's creeping in even more. The Reds in recent years under Dick Williams, a more analytical approach. They've been talking a lot about that, so maybe this is just something they've determined. Play their outfield more shallow. Say this much, a line drive base hit to right field. He'd have a shot at throwing Russell out at home. Two. That Adelman will face Baez again tonight. Well, he's seeing him.
Good pick by Suarez. And Adelman gets out of it. Bottom six coming up, 4-2 Reds.
I like to get to know my dentist.
I think Dr. Nelson is awesome.
It's finally my turn for braces. With Invisalign, no one can tell.
I love my smile. Zoom whitening's amazing.
Smiling comes easy at Nelson Family Dentistry. You'll find professional family dentistry delivered with gentle, personalized attention. You deserve exceptional dental care. Nelson Family Dentistry.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Satins North Park Glass.
I just love working with the elderly.
I love the residents.
I love the residents. Absolutely.
I like to see them smile.
It makes me feel really good when I'm able to help them.
They put a smile on my face.
I enjoy making people laugh.
Just makes a feeling good in the heart.
I go home feeling loved. I go home feeling appreciated and that I'm needed. It's just very fulfilling for me to be able to help people and know that I made a difference.
At Candlelight Inn, we take pride in serving the highest quality food, providing the best service with a superb dining experience. Whether you and your family are headed out to enjoy our famous Chicken George, or you're having a special night out, Candlelight Inn is the perfect place to celebrate with family and friends. From steak and seafood to heart-healthy options, spirits and craft beer, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. A family tradition for over 40 years, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
This Chicago Cubs game is brought to you locally by Billion Auto.
All new Ellen, Channing Tatum with the cast of Magic Mike Live.
We are still cleaning baby oil off the furniture.
Ellen today at 4 on WQAD.